What's up, guys? This is Pro Warriors. In this video, we're going to learn how to play PSP games on an Android phone. I'm not kidding, and this is definitely not clickbait. As you can see, I'm playing PSP games on my Android device. For your information, my phone has just an entry-level chip and only 4 GB RAM, yet I can still run PSP games in high definition up to 4K and at 60 frames per second with the help of the PPSSPP Emulator. I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the emulator, the best settings and configurations, how to customize controls, and how to add games to PPSSPP. This is a full tutorial, so watch the entire video carefully and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. PPSSPP is a powerful PSP emulator for Android that lets you play PlayStation portable games in high definition. It enhances graphics, upscales textures, and supports features like post-processing effects to improve your gaming experience all on your phone. Let's get started. First, we're going to download the PPSSPP Emulator on our Android phone. You can download the emulator either from its official website or directly from the Google Play Store. Sometimes the Play Store may show issues depending on your Android version. In that case, just visit ppsSPP.org and grab the APK file manually. However, I recommend using the Google Play Store. Just search for PPSSPP Emulator. You'll notice there are 2 versions available. I suggest going with the blue version, which is completely free and has no ads. There's also a PPSSPP Gold version, which is paid. As far as I know, both versions work exactly the same, but the Gold version is a way to support the developer. My suggestion is to first try the free version. If you're satisfied and want to support the creator, go ahead and purchase the Gold version. It's just $5. Setting up the emulator. It's a small app, so it will download in a few seconds. After installing, launch PPSSPP. The app will ask you to select a folder where PSP data will be stored. Simply click OK, and you'll be directed to your phone's internal storage. In your phone storage, create a new folder and name it PPSSPP. Then click Use this folder to allow the emulator to store the data. Now we're inside the emulator, and you'll see the main screen where your games will be displayed. Since this is your first time using it, the library will be empty. I want to give a brief introduction to the PPSSPP interface. At the top bar, you'll see the Recent section for recently played games, followed by Games, which displays the titles you've added to your library. There's also a Homebrew and Demos section for demo games. Next, you'll find buttons for Grid View and List View, along with a Refresh button and a gear icon for more customization options, especially useful for increasing or decreasing the grid size. On the left side, you'll see quick options like Load Game, Settings, and other tools. The next step is to add a game to PPSSPP. If you're completely new and don't have any games yet, you can try out the demo games available in PPSSPP to get started. However, I don't think these are very interesting. So instead, we'll manually download and add our favorite PSP games. Switch to the Games tab at the top, click Browse, and navigate to the folder where you've stored your PSP games. The emulator supports both ISO and CSO formats right out of the box. Disclaimer: the emulator itself is legal, but using illegal ROMs is forbidden. I do not support or provide access to pirated games, so please use legal copies for your safety. In the previous video, I received one common question: which games are supported? Is this game supported or not? My suggestion is to check the PPSSPP compatibility list, which is available on their official website. From what I know, this emulator is capable of running almost all PSP games, even on an average smartphone. Let's tweak out the settings to ensure the best experience. In the graphics section, you'll find 2 rendering options: Vulkan and OpenGL. Vulkan is recommended for better performance on low-end devices, while OpenGL is ideal for higher quality on more powerful devices. Start with Vulkan, but switch to OpenGL if your device can handle it. If these options are not available, then enable software rendering. Next is the rendering resolution setting. Higher resolutions make games look sharper but require more processing power. Set this to 4x if your device supports 1080p and adjust it based on performance. For the display resolution, keep it at native to match your phone's resolution. VSync helps prevent screen tearing but can lower FPS, so turn it off for smoother gameplay on lower-end devices. Display layout and texture should be a mandatory functional option. First, enable stretch mode to ensure maximum display coverage. Then, you can add filters, as every file has different uses. I personally prefer using 4:HQ pixel art upscale and a color corrector. Keep in mind, filter preferences may vary from person to person. If your device struggles, make sure you enable the frame skipping option and set it to 1 or 2. This will help reduce lag. Also, enable the skip buffer effects option. Now you might notice that the render duplicate frames to 60 Hz option becomes invisible. This happens because frame skipping and skip buffering are enabled. If you want to force the FPS to 60, you'll need to disable those two options first. Another important setting is buffer graphics commands. Setting this to 1 or no buffer can improve performance. Experiment with this option based on your device. In terms of texture filtering, switching to linear improves visuals but requires more processing power. If you experience glitches, try enabling the low resolution effects option for low-end Android phones. Turn on Show FPS Counter and Show Speed options to monitor performance. The controls menu is another highlight of PPSSPP. If you're using a Bluetooth controller, use Edit Touch Control Layout to move buttons, resize keys, increase or decrease, and also customize the key types. If you have a controller, there are a lot of other settings. Just leave them as default. In the audio menu, I recommend keeping the default settings. PPSSPP supports retro achievements, allowing you to unlock trophies and milestones just like on modern consoles. Simply log in with your retro achievements account in the settings to start tracking your progress. As for the system menu, there are lots of options to explore. Two things I recommend are enabling clear UI background. You might have noticed I added a custom background, and you can do the same. Also, feel free to change the theme if you like. So guys, play around with these settings and figure out what works best for you. And don't worry if you mess something up, there's always a Restore Settings to Default option. Now let's launch a game to see how it runs. Here is Tekken 8 running on the emulator. As you can see, it performs well, hitting 60 FPS at 2x resolution. Increasing the resolution improves the visual quality, but you will lose FPS still. I'm getting full speed. You can also save your progress and customize settings for each game using the up arrow button. Other game tests, I've tested other titles like God of War, Need for Speed Rivals, Sonic, Metal Slug, Tekken 8, and Mortal Kombat, and they all run great. PPSSPP is free, feature-packed, and a fantastic way to enjoy PSP games on your Android phone. That it, guys? Make sure to like, subscribe, and join our Discord server if you need any help. See you in the next video. Take care!